So back in 2017, The Last Jedi came out, and spoilers, Yoda showed up, and as a puppet. Really neat, but there's a problem. He doesn't look anything like he did the last time we saw him from Return of the Jedi. According to Screen Rant, creature concept designer Neil Scanlon actually tried to recreate an exact replica of Yoda from the original trilogy. One of the major problems of trying to recreate things and special effects that already exist is that it will never actually look the same as the original, and I think that's what happened here. Instead, I'm going to be using visual effects to recreate Yoda's face with a deepfake as to how it would have looked from when we first saw him in The Empire Strikes Back. And for that, we're going to be using a software called Deepfake Slabs. I need to gather all the best scenes of Yoda from the original trilogy as I can get, and then turn all of that into images to put into the AI. Keep in mind, we're deepfaking a puppet onto another puppet, which might complicate things. Usually when you do a deepfake, it's normally on a person, but because it's a puppet, it's got limited expressions when it comes to acting out a performance. So we'll see what happens, I guess. So when I tried automatically extracting my new Yoda footage, it can't really find a face to track on, so it just looks kinda scrambled like this. So I had to go into each frame and manually track the face myself, even though it still looks a bit jumpy. The deepfake will still capture all those facial movements correctly either way, it just needs a face to latch onto. However, I still got a problem. I noticed that every time Yoda closes his eyes, this time it can't even find a face at all. Let's just come back to this later, I got a plan to fix that. For this, I'm using a 320 resolution model. This will increase the amount of pixels on my deepfake to give it some more details in the face. And after waiting about a week, the deepfake was actually starting to kinda take shape. I just needed to give the AI more time to learn the original Yoda's face. After waiting about another week to give it more time, I had something that just about worked. All I had to do was composite the deepfake on Yoda. Now, Deepfake Slabs does have its own area where you can adjust the deepfake in its own interface, but I just prefer using After Effects because I have more options, but I still got a problem. Yoda's face is still cutting out in some frames. I'm going to be using EB Synth to fix this. I'm going to take those leftover empty frames and put that into the sequence tab and grab the frame of my deepfake that looks like Yoda's closing his eyes the most and put that into the keyframe slot. Change up the settings a bit and then hit sync. What this does is it will take that single deepfake image and map that onto the rest of the face that couldn't get tracked, technically giving me a completed deepfake. I'm finally ready to show this to everyone, so here it is. I hope you like it.
Master Yoda.
Young Skywalker.
I'm ending all of this. The tree, the text, the Jedi. I'm gonna burn it down.
Ah, Skywalker, missed you have I.
That pretty much does it for me. If you like this, maybe watch another video listed on here. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next one.